Hello everyone, my name is Jordan, and this is a new series that I'm making that I'm calling Fix Your Game. And before you get mad, I'm making this video to help start some discussions with you, the community, about some important elements of games I love, and not to throw any shade on the developers. In fact, Dark and Darker has been taking over my life a little since it went into early access. My friends are a little upset that I don't play any other games anymore. But as much as I like this game, I think we can all agree that it has some parts about it that are less fun. So, my goal is to make an informative video that helps examine certain aspects of the game that I feel like we could improve upon, and today I want to talk about mining. Mining can currently be done on both cobalt and ruby silver ore nodes by using a pickaxe on it. Mining one chunk of ore takes about 10 seconds. Cobalt nodes contain on average 4 ore before it breaks, whereas ruby silver has only about 2. Ore nodes will also contain more ore if you're in a high roller lobby. Ore chunks can be traded into 2 different merchants, the alchemist and the armorer. To trade in your ore, simply go to their trade window and select the service tab and put in 3 ore to convert it into dust from the alchemist, or 5 ore to convert it into ingots from the armorer. Keep in mind that dust can be used to purchase leather items from the leathersmith, as well as cloth items from the tailor, and the ingots can be used to buy plate metal armor from the armorer. Alright, now that you know what you can use ore for, let's talk about where you can find these nodes. The Ruins map does not contain any nodes, so don't bring in a pickaxe or look for it there. The other 2 maps, the crypts and the goblin caves, are a much better place to look for ore. There are 3 dungeon layouts in rotation currently for the crypt map, and I'll quickly show where the ore spawns are on them. You'll notice that in general, the ore nodes are quite rare and clustered into certain parts of the map. Since the crypts is a rather large map and the spawns are quite spread out, I would not usually recommend doing your mining on this map. However, if you have a great team of 3 that you're going in with, then by all means go ahead, find out where the spawns are, and go look for the ore. But if you're mainly running solo like I am, I would highly suggest mining on the Goblin Caves. There's only one version of the Goblin Caves map, and all of the ore is located on the southwest side of the map. So if you don't spawn in one of the 2 rooms with ore, it is relatively easy to make your way to the mining spots by going west or south until you get to the 2 rooms with ore. Unfortunately, this means that if you don't spawn near the ore, you might have to fight your way through the monsters and the other players just to get access to the ore. Also, since the ore is located on the edge of the map, chances are the zone will close off most of the mining areas on the first circle. However, even on the second circle, there will often be a little slice of the middle west room still in it, so sometimes you can still get a couple of nodes if you're lucky. Do keep in mind that if you do try mining in the higher roller lobbies, that the layout of the map is completely different. But I'm assuming if you're going into the high roller lobbies, you probably aren't mining anyways. But if you're interested in the map that I'm using, it's from the Dark and Darker wiki, and I will link it in the description. Now, let's get into what is wrong with mining and how we can fix it. The biggest pain points I see with mining is that it's too hard to consistently get to the nodes. It also makes you super vulnerable to remain motionless while making a lot of noise while you mine them. You also have to bum rush to get to the nodes or get a lucky spawn to be able to get any ore some matches. And others you won't be able to get any at all and just risk the 25 gold you spent on your pickaxe. Those issues aside, the risk and opportunity cost of spending your time mining rather than just looting for good gear is usually not worth it because of the insane amount of ore that is required to make enough dust to buy a simple pair of blue gloves that, get this, will have a random set of perks assigned to them which may or may not even benefit your character. And I think the community agrees with me on this one because I really don't see a lot of people mining in my matches. I don't want to see mining get taken out of the game, but instead, I have some ideas for the devs to make mining more worth it for players. One obvious way to make mining more worth it is to reduce the ratio of ore to dust or ingots, or lower the number of dust or ingots required to buy armor from the traders. It might be a bit of a crazy idea, but maybe include a pickaxe as part of every character's starting kit, or choose a class to give a pickaxe to as part of their starting kit. More ore spawns could be added around the map to make it easier to find the nodes and consistently extract with ore. A lot of what makes mining so dangerous is that it's quite loud, and so making it slightly less noisy would make it a lot easier to get away with mining without getting rolled up on by a team of roaming PvPers. You could make pickaxes less expensive, or make it so that higher rarity pickaxes mine faster. You could also add a perk on a certain class that makes you mine faster or quieter, or gives you a small chance of getting double ore. I also have some wishlist ideas that I think would make mining even more fun and a bigger part of the game. One of those would be to make destructible elements of the dungeon that can only be broken by pickaxes. Another thing that I would love to see would be to have more items that you can make with the ore, such as melee weapons and not just armor, or tipped bolts for crossbows, or variants of throwables like cobalt throwing knives or ruby silver Francisca axes. Anyways, those are just some of the ideas that I had that could be added later on down the line, you know? Anyways, I'm sure that there are more ways that we could tweak mining to make it better. So if you have an idea that I didn't mention, then please leave a comment with your idea so we can share it with the devs. I do hope that the devs watch this video because I really think that mining could be a super rewarding experience for those of us that are not as inclined to PvP mayhem. Anyways, thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. I'd like to quickly mention that I do live stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so stop by. Also, a huge shout out to Domipiggie, who is my sole Patreon supporter, for keeping my belly full of ramen. Okay, take care now.